welcome to my first ever favorites video. So I'm really excited. I've always really wanted to do a favorites video, but I feel like I don't buy products enough to do a favorites video. Or sometimes I have products that I finally discovered are my favorites, but I've been using them for so many months. It's like, well, when should I introduce them? So I feel like this was a great year to start. I mean, it's January, it's the first month of the year. I thought it was a good time to start. So I hope you guys enjoy some of the favorites I picked out for you, and let me know what your favorites are down below too. Okay, so starting off with skincare, I have recently discovered the Kate Somerville goat milk line, and for me, I always had a really hard time finding a moisturizer. I have really dry skin, like really dehydrated skin. I drink tons of water. I've tried doing different things. It just doesn't look good, and I have the hardest time, honestly, putting on makeup. It's easier for me to put on makeup on someone else, like a client, than it is for myself. I can do the exact same thing, and it turns out way better on them, and I don't know what happens, but I think it's my skin. So I tried really hard this year, or this last year, just to really get into skincare. So I've been trying this one out. This is actually my second time purchasing it, so that's how I know it's a favorite. And it's the Kate Somerville Goat Milk. I have it both as the moisturizer, and I also have it in the eye balm too. For me, a lot of times when I wear eye creams, it gets really kind of crepey under here. Like I'll put on the eye cream and then I'll wait a long time, and then I'll go put on the makeup and it just doesn't go well. It just looks really patchy. It doesn't look very good. So I've tried out both of these and I really like them. So if you have dry skin and you've had a really hard time finding a moisturizer or skincare stuff, try these out. They're great. Sticking with the skincare, I am going to show you guys what I got next. It is a mask. I recently got an Ipsy subscription and this came in it. I've never heard of it. It's called Loverecipe Acai Berry Mask. And I actually haven't really tried a lot of masks, but I was really excited to try this. I know there's a ton of YouTubers trying them recently, so I was really excited to try one. So these came in my Ipsy subscription, so I put them on and I absolutely loved them. I kept them on for about 20 minutes and they made my face look so plump and hydrated. So the first one I did, I just went to bed with it. I didn't put any makeup on afterwards, but the second time I did it, I made sure that I tried to put on makeup afterwards, and it looked flawless. I did such a great job prepping my skin. So I've never heard of this brand, but I definitely want to try some more from them because their masks were amazing. This one was the acai berry, and there was also a aloe mask as well. Next up, I have foundation and bronzer, and these are both things I've had for about a year. I've had them for such a long time, but I've never mentioned them before, and I love them. I use them all the time. They're my favorite. So this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is so flawless. I love this. It's a little bit pricey. I know the first time I bought it, this is my second bottle of this. I've had it for like, well, not this one exactly, but I've had them for about 2 years or so, and I absolutely love it. I got it when I first started working back for Sephora about 2 years ago, and it just looks so nice. I know it's expensive, but I wore it today and it just blended so well. I know for me, like right now, I don't know if you can tell, I'm really pale right now, and so my foundation's obviously way darker than my current skin tone, but it still blends really flawlessly. Like, I'm just amazed at how good the coverage is. It makes your skin look perfect, but it doesn't look like you're wearing too much makeup, and especially for girls who have really dry skin, this looks amazing. It's so dewy, and I wear it all the time. I've had it, I mean, this is my second time buying it, so obviously I really like it. So if you are in the market for a really, really nice foundation that's a little bit pricey, this is a good one. Next up is a bronzer. This is my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, and I first saw this actually on Jaclyn Hill's YouTube a long time ago. She talked about it, and as soon as she talked about it, I went and looked it up and saw it was like 50 bucks, and I was like, absolutely not. I am not spending $50 on a bronzer. Maybe on a foundation that I'll wear every day, but not a bronzer. And then finally I saved up gift cards and I got it, and what's really nice about it is I've had this for at least a year or so, and I haven't really made a dent in it. Like, I really haven't made a dent in it. Even if I did in the middle, I could still use the edges. Like, this will last you a really long time. I like applying it with a beauty blender. But what's nice about it, it just goes on so well. I feel like it works for me when I'm tan. It works for me when I'm pale. It works for me just any time of the year. It's such a good universal bronzer. Mainly if you are more light to medium skin toned. But I just love it. I think it works so well. I use it on clients. It just looks so flawless. Even though it's kind of expensive, it lasts you a really long time. And I've had this for a year and I still love it all the time, whether I'm pale in the winter or during the summertime. It's just flawless and it's gorgeous, and it'll give you such a nice bronze. Okay, so I have a couple new brushes to share with you guys. So I feel like this last month was the month of brushes for me. I really got a ton of new brushes, and then I also had some wonderful companies like Sigma and Sephora send me some brushes. So I just have way too many brushes now, I feel like. I feel like I just got way too many, but I love them all. So it was really hard for me to pick some of my favorite brushes. But these are some of my favorites. This is the Morphe M523 brush. The Morphe brushes I have today I got because Jaclyn Hill was talking about them in her favorite Morphe brushes video. This one's really nice. I used it for bronzer today. I just feel like it does a really great job of getting in that cheek area, and I use it right along my forehead and on my cheeks. I just feel like it does a really nice job. It's a little bit tapered at the ends, but it's pretty fat too, so it's not going to give you such a harsh line. So I feel like I really like using this for more of a natural contour. This one is a blush brush. I've never really had a good blush brush. There we go. And I love using this. I feel like it just kind of does a really nice job applying the blush. Sometimes I get worried because I am dry through here. It can look a little streaky, but this does an amazing job of just blending it really well, and I love the angle. I feel like it just hugs my cheeks super nicely, and it's really luxurious. And this is the Morphe E4. Also from Morphe is the Morphe E22. I grabbed this. I have way too many, honestly. Blending brushes. I feel like whenever I get brushes, I'm like, oh, this would be a great crease brush, but I already have like 20 of them. Like, I don't need any more, but somehow whenever I need brushes, I go for those, even though I should get some more like blush brushes. But I use this today. I just feel like it's so nice, so fat, and just gets right in that crease. It's great for putting on transition colors or blending it out all at the end. I just love the density of it, and I just feel like it does a really good job. Okay, next. So one of these I got on my, well, all the Morphe ones I got on my own. This one I got on my own from Sephora, and then the other two they sent to me. So long story short, I really wanted brushes from this collection. I think they're so beautiful and luxurious. It's called the Pro Featherweight Complexion Collection, and their brushes are a little bit more high-end, but I just love them. I think they were so beautiful. I bought this one, and I had the hardest time picking just one. I knew I had to limit myself to only one, but I got this one for foundation, and I used it today. I love it. I used it with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I feel like it just does a really good job of blending it out so it still looks really natural. It doesn't look super cakey. I just love using it all the time. I'll use it for powders and for foundation. I just think it does an amazing job. It's the perfect density. So I ended up getting this one, and then Sephora just sent me these two as well. And the reason why I put them in this favorites video and not my February one is because I've been using them every day. I use this a lot for my highlight, and it's so nice because it creates more of a natural highlight. I have other brushes I like using too, like from Sigma, just to create a really intense highlight. But I love this because I feel like in Seattle, a lot of people aren't looking for really intense makeup. They want more kind of natural, dewy makeup. So I feel like I'm going to be using this a ton on clients, especially who don't want a super intense, like, oh my gosh, she's wearing a highlighter highlight. They want like a nice natural glow like I have right now. So I've been loving this blush, and I also started using this one. Oh, sorry, I'm doing a terrible job at this. This is the 90, and the highlighting one is the 93, like the year I was born. Whoop, whoop. And then this one is the 92. This one is the Pro Featherweight Fan, and I'm not sure what exactly this is supposed to be used for. I've been using it for bronzer, just to bronze up my cheeks and my forehead. Again, it's very similar to the highlighting one, where it just gives a nice, very soft, subtle, blended look and doesn't create anything sharp. So if you're looking for like a really sharp contour, this will not do it for you, but it creates a really nice look where it's really soft and blended. So I love using this for bronzers. I use it today for bronzer, but I love this one because I feel like I'm going to use it a lot in the summertime. Man, this is hard. I have so many things to say about all these products, so I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. I just get really excited about them, and so I have so much to say. So I'm trying to limit myself. It's very difficult. But for my brows, I still use a ton of Anastasia products, but some things that really surprised me that I really like this month was the Benefit Gimme Brow, and also I've had this for a long time too, but it's the Laura Mercier Eyebrow Gel. That's all it says. It looks just like this, comes in this little packaging. This one was actually a reward that I got from Sephora, and I just love it because I use it only in this back section right here. My brows are really thick right through here on both sides, but right through here they get really thin, and so I started putting this just on that back portion. It does a really good job of maintaining my brows. My brows are really weird. They're really curly sometimes and they go in every which way. And so this gel does a really good job of holding them in place and giving some color too to make them look like they're just as thick as the brows in front. So I've been using this and I love it. And this has been my favorite for a while. I think they might have discontinued it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in Sephora in a really long time. But this is the Laura Mercier Brow Gel. The reason I like this over the Anastasia one is because that one gets a little bit too chunky. Like it's very... like you touch your brows and you're like, ah, they're super crispy, but I use this today and I can't tell I have anything on my brows. It just does a really good job of making your brows look thicker. I don't know how else to explain it. I'll use it on clients and brides and I'll just put it on and I'll say, oh, basically it just makes your brows look thicker, and then you put it on and you show them in the mirror and they're like, wow, you're right, my brows look way thicker. So I don't know what else it would do. It just does a really good job of just making them look thicker without them making them look super crispy. I feel like I also got a ton of new lip products recently too, but this one has got to be my favorite so far, even though I've only worn it a couple times, but it's the Kylie Causemetics Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Smile. So this is a limited edition, but the reason why it's my favorite and I love it so much is the fact that all of the proceeds went to a nonprofit organization to help children with cleft lip palates. So I think that's so cool, and I just love the fact that here I am like buying a product for myself, but I'm also helping someone else. So that's why it's a favorite of mine. I don't know if she's ever going to relaunch it again, but I love the color. I'm a sucker for pink, and so this is what it looks like. I use the Posy K lip liner underneath to make it a little bit darker. But I love it. I love the formula of her liquid lipsticks. I probably would buy more if they weren't so pricey. Like, it's kind of hard for me to buy them since there's a lip liner and a lipstick, and with shipping it's like 40 bucks. Like, it's a lot. But I really do love the formula, and I was more than happy to get it because I knew that my money was going towards such a great cause. Before I go on to my eyeshadow palettes, I'm going to quickly mention a lash glue. This is the Thrive Causemetics Infinity Waterproof Lash Adhesive, and I've been using this a lot recently to put on my lashes. It just does such a nice job. I really liked the House of Lashes, their black lash glue, for such a long time because I feel like it did a really good job of making it look like I was wearing eyeliner, but the only problem is I'm a little bit sloppy, and so if I missed at all, it would be really obvious. So I've tried to get back into clear lash glue recently, and I just love this. It works so well, and I also really love the brand. I really want to create a video using just their products. They're so wonderful. I love it when brands, they really want to help give back to other people. Like, I loved the Kylie Causemetics, the lipstick, and how it was helping other people and nonprofits. So for me, that really touches my heart when makeup is not only making, you know, it's always fun to play with, but it's also doing something more in this world. Because I feel like too often makeup can bring people down and make people feel like they're not good enough, or make people feel like they need the products in order to feel pretty. And so I love seeing it when brand and makeup cosmetics brands can go above and beyond and give back to other people. I think it's really cool. Not only are they a great company, but I also love their lash glue as well. So if you guys are in the market for a lash glue, please try this out. It's really great. It does a really great job. It comes off easy. It sticks on really well, and I just really love it. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes, I actually have 3. I love eyeshadows. That's probably my favorite thing. If I could have like one thing, well, that's not true. If I was stranded on an island, I would probably keep mascara and brow products. But besides that, my favorite thing to buy, at least, is eyeshadows. I love eyeshadows so much. So this one is my favorite. It is the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. I really like it because I got it a long time ago, but I've been using it a lot recently because they're all matte shadows, and I feel like they're so easy just to throw on and go. Especially for me, I don't wear a ton of makeup when I'm not wearing makeup, if that makes sense. Like, I'm either wearing lots of makeup or wearing no makeup at all. So for me, this is just really easy. I could just use a couple of these shades. It makes it look super natural, and it still looks like you're wearing something, but it doesn't look over the top. So I've been using this a lot recently, so that's why I made it into my favorites video. The next one I got for Christmas, this is the Sweet Peach palette. I recently got this. I love the fact that it smells like peach. I think it's kind of fun. I really love these colors. I've been using the more matte shades, but I've been challenging myself to use some of the other shades as well, like the green one and all these other ones, but I haven't gotten a new palette in a while, and so I was really excited to try this. So I've had a lot of fun using this. I think they're beautiful shades. They blend really well. I actually really like Too Faced shadows. I never knew that, but I do. Apparently I have a lot of their palettes and I've really enjoyed them. I think they're a great company. So yeah, I have been absolutely having so much fun using this recently, so that's why it made it into my favorites. And last palette, I have to make sure I don't tip it because I dropped it and 2 of the little pans fell out. But this is the Morphe 25B. It was a limited edition palette. But what I like about this is how creamy these are. I think they're so beautiful. And this is kind of my range of tones too. I wore it today on my eyes and I just love it so much. I also got the warm one too, the 25A. I just don't know what it is. I try to like warm shadows, but I always end up going for the ones that are really cool tone. Like I just love cool tone shadows. Like to me, these look so beautiful on the crease and I just love playing with these. I love any shadows that are super, like when you dip into them, they're just super glittery. So I've been having so much fun with this palette. I know it's limited edition, but I just really love it and I've been using it a ton, so that's why it made it into my favorites. Also along the lines of glitter, this is the Midnight Cowboy Urban Decay glitter. I've wanted this for a while. I know sometimes I make videos with glitter in it and I want to make sure you guys have the ability to get these products, and so I'll try to find them at Sephora, and so I'll use this saying like, oh, like if you don't have this glitter, this random glitter that I used, you could also try this glitter from Sephora. And so I finally decided to get it because I kept recommending it to people. I was like, why don't I have it? And I really like it because you don't have to use any sort of adhesive with it. You can just paint it on and it stays on too until you wash it off with water. It comes off so easily, there's no mess, and it sticks. So for me, I have hooded eyelids a little bit, and so when I put any sort of glitter here, it usually will transfer up higher and it just looks really messy. But I really like this because once you lay it down and it dries, it stays. It does not move and it's so great. So that makes my favorites. I had the Midnight Cowboy and then the silver one too. I just couldn't find it at the moment because my makeup collection is a mess. I'm gonna be cleaning that up. I think I'm gonna do a video on it actually because I need to organize it so much. So I don't know where the other one is, but I like them both. They're awesome. And last but not least, I have this new highlighting palette from Sephora. I bought it a week ago, so I feel like it shouldn't be my favorites because I haven't had it for that long, but I'll explain why it is. So this is what it looks like, and I think it came out to be about $28 or so. And it's called Illuminate palette from Sephora. So the reason why I like it is because I've been using it every day. I had some coworkers, I used to work at Sephora, and I had some coworkers tell me that this was amazing. It's gonna give Anastasia a run for her money because this is such a great palette. What's cool about it is when you first pick it up and put it on, it looks really, really light, but it's extremely buildable, and I feel like sometimes with other, how do I explain this? Other highlighters, you put them on, you put too much on, it almost looks like flaky. Like you can see the little like specks and flakes and it looks super like obvious that you're wearing highlighter. And for me, when I have dry skin, it looks super dry. Like it's very obvious that you're wearing like a highlighter. Like a lot of times when I take pictures for Instagram, I will cake on the highlighter just because it looks cool in photos. But in real life, I would never go out wearing that because it just looks like you're beaming. So what's nice about this is you can do a tiny little bit, but if you build it up, like if you put more on, it just sinks into your skin almost and it looks flawless. Like I have it on right now and I feel like it gives a really nice glow. It doesn't look super like highlight. I mean, it does in certain aspects, but it's really dewy. It's really glowy and you can add it. So I've been using this one right here a lot, and I've also been mixing this really light one just in areas I want to be really highlighted, like the bridge of my nose and the high points of my cheeks, my lip area, and then I'll also use this on my forehead. I love having a glowy forehead, but if I use this color on my forehead, it's gonna look really weird. So I use this one on my forehead because it's a little bit darker, and then I'll use this darker one too, just right along my bronzer just to make it look even extra dewy. So I've been loving this. I love all of the shades in here. I haven't really tried these two yet, the blush shades, but I'm sure they're gonna look really beautiful. But yeah, I think it's a great palette. I feel like it works for a lot of different skin tones, whether you're fair. You can build it on it too, so it looks really natural. You can also make it super highlighty as well. So I feel like it's great for people who are either want to be really natural one day and then really glowy the next. This is just great. It's really versatile, so I really like this. That's why I couldn't wait to put it in next month's favorites video. I think it's a really great palette, and so I'm really excited to use this more. My favorite for the month is my dog Zoe. Say hi! This is Zoe. She's really cute. She's a Bichon Poodle mix. I've had her for 4 years now, maybe 5. It's been a long time, but she's so sweet and she'll just snuggle and she's just the best. So I just love my dog. I know I've never shown her to you guys, which is weird, but I hang out with her all the time. She's my favorite. So this is my absolute favorite of the month of January and every month, honestly. And that's it for my favorites video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of products in there and I talk really fast and I had a lot to say, so I'm sure it was kind of an overload. But I was just really excited to do this favorites video. I know I have a ton of makeup that I love using. Some of it I've had for 2 years, some of it I've had for a week, so I thought it was a really great range of products that I love to use, and I hope you guys love them too. If there's something I did include that you have discovered this month that you really liked, just let me know in the comments below. I like to try things out. I always love getting recommendations from friends too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!